The spooky season is here, and in this video, I'll show you how to draw pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns. These are doodles you can master in an afternoon. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. My name is Shayda, and today we're drawing jack-o'-lanterns together. Let's start with the supply rundown. Today, I am using an Archer and Olive notebook. I like a binder clip, a pencil, fine liner, eraser, and maybe some cute flowers. Let's start with that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is draw 4 of them. I divided the page into a grid. And then I'm just drawing shapes, whether it's a perfect circle or a bit of an oval or even a square. Those will be the shapes of our pumpkins. That's step 1. The next step is where the pumpkin really comes to life. So what I like to do is kind of do an oval in the center, and then 2 curving lines on each side, and then 2 more curving lines with some little bumps in the back. And you can do this on each and every pumpkin, and it's going to really divide up those shapes that you've already created and make them look like gourds. I'm just going to reshape this one at the bottom a little bit, and it's just that initial oval right in the center, 2 lines, and then 2 more lines, couple bumps in the back. And I think this is a really approachable way to draw pumpkins. And if you create different guides to begin with, different shapes and circles and ovals, they're all going to look a little different. And to finish them, you can put some little leaves, some curly vines, and some stems. Then, of course, we need to make our pumpkins into jack-o'-lanterns, and that's just as fun and simple as drawing different faces on all of them, of course. If you're doing a big smile, just do a really simple smile first and then go around it to thicken it. For the eyes, you could do circles, triangles, X's, try different things, play around. Really, you can use your imagination here. You can get scary, you can get spooky, happy, goofy, whatever you like. My sketches are done. Let's go over everything with a fine liner. I am using the 03 nib from Moloto. This is the black liner. I really like drawing with these, and they're great for bullet journaling as well. And of course, this is just as simple as going over the drawings that you've already created, but we're also going to talk a little bit about shading. Of course, when it comes to putting these lines down the front of the pumpkins, where the face of the jack-o'-lantern is, I kind of just let up on those gourd lines so that the face isn't obscured by those lines, if you know what I mean. I tend to break those lines up a little bit. You want them there so that it still looks like a pumpkin, but you don't want them to distract from the face. So now that our contour drawing is done, we've got 4 really cute, kind of spooky pumpkins. I'm going to get rid of all of my pencil lines and get rid of my eraser dust. Now I've got this nice clean sketchbook page. And from here, you could add some brush pen or marker, or you could take a smaller fine liner and add some shading. Now, I'm going to continue using the same size fine liner for some of the larger shading, and then I'll add in some more delicate lines. But right now, what I want to do is use the 03 nib to just color in and darken the mouth and the eyes and the nose on each of the jack-o'-lanterns. My tip for you here is the only thing that I would say is just don't fill in these areas like super dark. It looks a little better if you do line shading that is close together but not completely black. That will allow your jack-o'-lanterns to just look a little more lively and not just have like these dead black eyes, I guess. Although that sounds kind of spooky. Once that's done, again, you could add color, or you could say, I'm done here. This is as far as I want to go. I'm going to pick up that smaller fine liner. I'm going to shade those leaves, and then I am going to add a little bit of line shading to the pumpkins themselves. I do have a video all about shading with pen. It's kind of its own skill set, so I'm going to link that in the video description. It talks about hatching and cross-hatching and scribbling and all these different techniques. What I'm doing here is a lot of hatching, just line shading. I'm doing a little cross-hatching, so anywhere I want these pumpkins to be a bit darker, I put lines at contrasting or opposing angles. So I usually start my pumpkin by simply doing a lot of really thin vertical lines. That's just going to make it look like the pumpkin is a little darker. So instead of coloring it in orange, I'll just put all these vertical lines going in the direction of my contour lines. Then I come back in and I do some cross hatching. So I put these angled lines overlapping anywhere that I want to darken the pumpkin a little bit. So anywhere that it would naturally be a little darker, kind of at the bottom where the light might not hit, and down near the stem to make it look a little concave. And I even do a little scribbling. Halloween drawings are a great time to practice or play around with scribble shading because I think it adds to that spooky look. Okay, these guys look cute. I think this guy needs a little vine or a leaf because he's the only one who doesn't have one and it just looks odd. And that is it for me. I've got 4 cute and spooky jack-o'-lanterns, and I hope that you feel that you can draw these as well. Add them to your bullet journal, make some Halloween cards. I don't know. I hope you'll give them a try. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button and I'll see you soon with a new tutorial.